Who doesn't enjoy cooking with wine? Not only drinking it while you're cooking, but also incorporating it into your meal. Today at Lake Geneva Country Meats, I'm going to show you how to cook with a red wine and make a red wine reduction with a steak. What we have here is our red wine Zinfandel, and what you want to cook, what you're going to cook with your wine is what you want to incorporate into your meal. So steak goes very good with a red wine. It has a fruity flavor and a spice to it. So what I have here is a pan heating up, and I'm going to season the steak. I have the oil. Let's flip it over. Which I have is a top butt steak. There's a full piece here, and what I did was I just cut it down. You can get about 4 nice little steaks out of that. Some people eat more than that, and it might only be one person for that whole steak. But then I put the sea salt, which gives it a nice crust. Flip it over. And then your pepper. Just want to generously season. Once you season it, you want to make sure your pan's nice and hot. I like the flavor of butter added to the steak, so you only want a little bit because butter burns and the oil helps with. So you're going to add that and then immediately add the steak on top. You're going to pan sear it for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. It also depends on how you like your steak cooked. If you like it cooked more done, it might take about 7 to 8 minutes on each side. Varies on the thickness also. So I'm going to set this off to the side. What I have here is a pan that we already had cooked the steak in, and what we have here is just the seasonings from the pan. Once it gets nice and hot, again, we're going to add a half a cup of our red wine, about a teaspoon of the balsamic vinegar, and then I add about a teaspoon of the honey. The honey I just leave on the spoon and I stir it in. It'll eventually melt off the spoon. And then I just season with salt and pepper. What you're going to want to let it do is come to a boil and let it rapidly boil for about 8 to 10 minutes. I have the front pan here that has been reducing. It's going to come to a nice consistency. It's going to be thicker, and it's almost going to reduce by 1/2 to 3/4. What I do at the end is I add about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more of butter, and you're just going to stir that in. This gives it a nice rich flavor to add on top of your steak. Once you have it, you could add it on top of your steak, which I have cooked here. Just add the sauce right on top. And then you can slice it. You get that nice pink flavor or color inside. That's really good. So we have all the ingredients in store, from the salt to the pepper to the oil vinegar to the nice cuts of meat. So come to Lake Geneva Country Meats and pick up these items and enjoy this recipe at home.